Each season we try to bring you something new when it comes to tires and rims. They are the most popular upgrade for any ATV or side-by-side, and at the events that I attend, it seems like mud tires are where it's at. And trust me, I get it. Playing in the mud for most of us goes back to when we were kids and Mom said, don't do it. We all did it. But with the side-by-side category emerging so strong, what are the right choices for your rig? And what's going to fit without seriously impacting the performance of your ride? ITP has been a strong brand in ATV and side-by-side tires and rims. If you haven't heard of ITP, you probably haven't been out on the trail, because pretty much everyone has a set of mud lights. 2 seasons ago, we installed a square set of 30-inch ITP XXLs on our Project Recovery Ranger, and they truly would go anywhere, but required a lift kit and wheel spacers to keep from rubbing. For this year, we have something even more aggressive, but less intrusive. Let me show you what I mean. This is the Mammoth Mayhem. Yeah, it's mammoth, and yes, it will create some mayhem. This tire is a full 32 inches in diameter and sports a 2-inch lug. And that 2-inch lug comes without compromise. What do I mean? Well, ITP knows that mud runners have to run trail to get to the best spots. Because of this, every Mayhem tire has been designed with a directional tread pattern and reduced weight when compared to the competition. This effectively creates a smoother ride, meaning you can still enjoy your ride when it's not feet deep. So what can you mount them on? Well, get this. With the SD dual beadlock rim from ITP, we're going to mount these on a stock Can-Am Maverick 1000 XRS. No lift, no spacers, all tire. The SD dual beadlock allows us to clamp the tire on the rim from both the front and rear of the tire. While most stock diameter tires won't need a beadlock, when you go to 32 inches, and especially with a 2-inch lug, there is a lot of leverage over the bead, especially with the 1000cc Rotax huge torque. So what's the real penalty when you go from a 27-inch tire to a 32 in the weight department? Keeping in mind that we just went to an incredibly larger tire, I think you'll actually be surprised with what the scales say. The new tire and rim combo weighs in at 72 pounds per wheel and tire. We're running a square setup for a total of 288 pounds. The old fronts weigh 31 apiece and the rears 39, for a grand total of 140. So at the end of the day, with a square setup, we only have gained 148 pounds, and that means we're still transferring more power to the ground. While the numbers say a whole lot, the real proof is in the pudding, and when you're rolling on 32s, there had better be one big bowl of it. Oh yeah, these tires claw, chew, and spit mud out every direction, and will not leave you clean. But it's mud, and mud is meant to be churned. When you settle down and claw slowly, the 2-inch paddle on the Mammoths truly shines. While high-speed runs are fun, slowing down to a reasonable pace will really put the big lugs to work. Obviously with a 2-inch lug, they're going to be great in the mud, but they're surprisingly smooth out on the trail, and that's exactly how ITP has designed them to be. Impressive in the mud, aggressive to look at, but reasonable on the trail, so you don't have to compromise. While I was expecting the ridiculous clunky rumble, the Mammoths are much smoother and ride surprisingly well down the trail. However, one thing you will notice instantly, 5 inches of increased tire, even with the reasonable weight increase, still means a decrease in power to the ground, as this Maverick was not clutched to turn a 32-inch tire. However, I know some fellas from Dalton Professional Clutch Components who can help me out in that department. So stay tuned to next week's episode, where I'm going to gain back all that horsepower I lost and go get muddy all over again.
If you enjoyed this video, post a comment and let us know what you think. Then, click this link to subscribe and that link for more great videos from DirtTrax TV.